So even today, for example, we operate about 7 to 8 airlines in the world, all under the AirAsia.com branding. So what he's done is he's taken it beyond that, not just for the group. What he now says is even if you want to book for any airline in the world, you can actually just come to AirAsia.com and we'll allow you to make a booking on whatever flight you want to make a booking on. So he's just opened up AirAsia.com and not just restricted it to our flights, but he's saying just come to me and I'll allow you to book wherever you want. So it's like a single window for any journey that you might want to embark on, irrespective of the brand. So he's working on, because we have another super app being worked on in India by the Tata Sons. So Tata Sons chairman made an announcement. The super app that our chairman of the Tata Sons group has in mind is, so we have a range of businesses under the Tata umbrella. We are into multiple businesses. So what we are looking at is how do we make it easy and convenient for our consumers to avail of various services that we as a Tata group has to offer to the consumer. So instead of actually going from one portal to the other for availing different services, can we make it convenient for the consumers that he actually has a platform wherein he can actually see a suite of solutions that Tata Sons has to offer to him. So that's the vision. We're very close to it, I can tell you, and we should be in a position to announce something very, very shortly. It's very interesting, because each of these organizations or each of these entities have their own core systems running on its own technology. So, for example, in our case, if I were to speak about us, we have a reservation system where our consumers come and book. Now, the reservation system is the top of the class solution that is being used by all the low-cost carriers in India, 100% of the low-cost carriers in India, and by almost a majority of the low-cost carriers across the globe. So that's the best-in-class solution that we use as an airline. And I would like to believe similarly the other concerns that we have within the group, the other business concerns we have within the group, that they have the best-in-class technologies for their type of business. So what this app would try and do is, collaborate all of this together and provide one single collaborated experience to the consumer, wherein he will not know that in the back end, actually, there's a whole lot of communication taking place between multiple systems. And the consumer actually sees it as one plate which has everything on it. So wherein in the back end, there's a lot of talking going on between various systems. Use the right word today. It's all about being contactless. There are regulations that govern this. There are some practices which have started by the airlines themselves. But I think in India, the good thing is the regulators are being very particular about ensuring customer safety. So the fact that we had the flights not operating for an extended period, but they ensured that whenever they opened it up, all the right measures were put in place. So some of the measures, for example, were making web checking mandatory, for example. So it was actually unthinkable that we would be achieving a 98% web check-in of our customers, which was unthinkable. So today, because the situation that we are in, the general public has understood it. People have adopted to the requirement, and we are in a position wherein today 98% of our customers actually do web check-in. The other measures, for example, at Bangalore Airport, we've already initiated a Digi Yatra initiative. It's called a facial recognition system, wherein you can actually enter the terminal and walk right up to the aircraft gate without actually displaying any document. So your face actually works as your identity, and you just walk across right from the entrance of the terminal to the aircraft door. So that entire journey from the terminal entrance to the security hold area to the boarding gate, all of this works on our technology. We call it Faces within AirAsia India. We work with Bangalore Airport, and there was a partner that they worked with. So that's another technology that we use. We implemented this even for people who could not do a self-bag drop at other airports, at other stations, and they had to give the baggage to the staff at the counter. They don't. So generally, you would see that you would get a slip which you would put on the boarding pass, a baggage tag that you would put on the as an acknowledgement. Now we stopped that because it was supposed to be contactless. So what we started doing, we started giving an e-tag, which was nothing but an SMS being sent to the passengers once they checked in their baggage. So they would receive an SMS on their mobile with the details about the baggage tag number and the number of pieces they've checked in. So which actually works as an acknowledgement for them. So all our systems or are the majority of our systems, and all our key systems are in the cloud. These are various types of cloud. These are some of the systems are in a SaaS model. Some of the systems are in a private cloud, public cloud combination, which is what we call as hybrid cloud. So what we do is, we leave it to the experts actually. We are an airline, we know how to run an airline, and there are enough experts, who provide the cloud services, data center services. So we work with them and we ensure that they do their job to the best of, what is required, and we run our airline safely. So that's how we partner with people. So we are on multiple cloud. We are on Azure, we're on GCP, we're using TCL Cloud. So it's like, horses for courses, as they say. Plus, we also have majority of our applications which are on SaaS model. So when you subscribe to, for example, the reservation system, so the reservation system provider actually gives us the system on a software as a service model. So the entire security and the manageability and the scalability, all of this becomes their responsibility, and we ensure that through proper SLAs, through proper contractual terms, we are all safeguarded there. We had planned some projects uh, around end of last year, beginning of this year. We had a roadmap in front of us. We had an 18-month roadmap that we had drawn, and we were like, almost on the verge of starting these projects when the lockdown started. So we had two choices. One was to stall the projects and wait for the lockdown to end, but we chose not to, and we chose that we'll go ahead with our plans because we didn't know how this lockdown is going to shape up, and we didn't know what is the end date for this lockdown. But those projects had to be done. So what we decided to do is we decided to carry on with our plans. We started working on projects, some very critical ones, and we had people across the globe. So not just from our side, but also from our group side, which is in Malaysia. We had system providers in US, in Manila, in Europe. So even with all these geographical distances and time zone differences, and people spread across, we still managed to start working on the projects that we had in the pipeline. And by God's grace, I would say we are now on the verge of launching or rather going live with at least one major system, which should be happening around November, December. So that's something that we did. So that's keeping us extremely busy. And as I said, it was an 18-month roadmap that we had. But for reasons, for various reasons, what we've decided now is we'll try to shrink that 18 months into maybe 8 months or 9 months timeline. So that actually doubles up our work. And it's not easy, managing things remotely, but we're managing it, and I would say quite effectively. We have a great team that's helping us do that.